Welcome back. In this lesson we're going to be going over clipping masks, and clipping masks are one of the most useful tools you can equip yourself with in Illustrator. They allow you to fill objects with other objects, including photos, vectors, textures, whatever you want. In our case, we're going to use clipping masks to fill or create a shape around our scanned sketches for our Part C final presentation. So one I've created earlier is in this example here of the hero shot. You can see what I've done is given it a background and then created a clipping mask around the scanned perspective sketch. I'm going to do the same with the plan or the section above. So here you can see I've brought in my scanned images of my section and my plan, and the way I've done that is File, Place, and then go and find the JPEG as it's scanned from the printer. The next thing we do is we're going to draw a shape over the area we want to highlight, create a clipping mask over. So here I've drawn an ellipse over the section. You can change the shape of that ellipse or modify it so that it just includes the information that you want to show. Then you select both of the objects. So you're going to select the sketch as well as the shape that you've just drawn. So in this case, the ellipse. Then you go Object, Clipping Mask, Make, and now you can see that only the section is visible. So I'm going to move that down here, and it's obviously my side view. So my original plan of a plan and then a side view are going to need to be swapped around, but that's okay. This shape here, I can change the fill of that just by clicking on fill, and let's say I have no stroke for the outside, and then I can edit the size of my background box if I wish. You can see these titles are a little bit big, so I'm going to modify those later on. Okay, time for your turn. In this example here of the plan of the jetty, perhaps I only want to show these shapes instead of the whole lot. I don't want this section, for example. So this time I'm going to use the curvature tool instead of the ellipse like in the earlier example. So the curvature tool, you might already know how to use this. Double click for a straight edge. Just going to do this quickly. I could take more care and get closer to my drawing if this wasn't a demonstration. So double click for straight edge. My scan missed off the edge of that side, so I'm going to, if I was to do this correctly, I would rescan to make sure my whole plan is there. Double click. You can see I just changed the fill and the stroke so I could see what I was doing then, and double click on the end. If you want to edit that, come up to the white arrow, and to edit the nodes you need to click on them twice, and then you can drag the nodes. So you can change this now, or you can change it after you've made the clipping mask. Then we need to select both shapes. So we select the curvature tool shape that we've just made, hold down Shift and select the drawing, Object, Clipping Mask, Make. Now we have a plan. We can put a background box on there. Let's say we create a rectangle and fill the rectangle. Let's see, pick a color. You can see here that this rectangle is above on the layers. So to move that below, just go down and put it in backgrounds. Control C, highlight the layer you want it on. Control V, any layer below where you have the images imported to will work. And you can of course go in and change the color. Okay, so now we have a plan as well as a side view or a section and a 3D view. And these might be reduced in size so I can fit them both on one A3 page, or you might keep them to scale, totally up to you, your choice for your layout. Okay, so we've got a plan view, a section view, and a 3D view. I'll write some annotations here that support the decisions of our design.